I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. We don't need angels to change the situation in this country. We don't even need prayers to change the situation in this country. If we are willing and obedient, we will eat the good of this land. If we have the will that we want to change our country, that things should work well, and that we will be obedient to the instructions of whatever religion we belong to, Islam, Christianity, even African traditional religion. If we are willing and obedient, and we obey the rules and statutes in our laws, this country will change. It doesn't need prayer. It doesn't need anything. It's just the will. We are the problems of this country. This country is blessed. And I want to commend the security forces agencies in Abuja who rescued the female naval officer that was abducted from the Mpape area of Abuja alongside two other victims. She works in the defense headquarters. Number one, once the distress call was made, there was a prompt response. There was a robust response. There was the gathering of intelligence, and there was mobilization of security agencies across different formations. When I mean formations, police, DSS, all kinds of people. And intelligence led them to a Fulani encampment just outside Abuja. And the female naval officer was rescued alongside two others. A demand of 500 million naira had been placed on the female naval officer, and I think is it 200 or 100 million on the other people. Once we rescue our people from their hands, the business of kidnapping will become unattractive. It is the slow, lackluster, lack of drive response to these calls that make these people still thrive. Right from the Chibok girls, to carry that number of girls through a semi-arid region, with drones, with helicopters, we could easily have located them and rescued them. But we'll have this lackadaisical, nonchalant attitude towards what does not immediately concern us. The questions that arise from this: is it because she is a naval officer that prompted the quick response? Why can't that be applied to other citizens? I'm so glad that 800 special anti-kidnapping personnel have been trained as a first batch. I heard they were trained by foreigners. Fine and good. We can't even do anything in this country without foreigners. What is in anti-kidnapping training that you can't read up in a manual and train and practice and develop your own strategies? But they had the first batch, maybe we'll have about 2,400. If you distribute them around 36 states, I think there will be less than 40 each. Fine, is a good start, but I think the number should be more. It's not enough to train them. After all, we had people with Red Beret anti-terrorist squad in this country that were trained somewhere. Of what use have they been to us? Let these other teams not be like that. I believe that that anti-terrorist squad and these people could be trained within Nigeria here, well equipped with drones, with night vision, with bulletproof vests, with modern ammunition and mobile systems like helicopters and whatever. I think the air beetle that was manufactured in the Nigerian Aviation College or somewhere. I wonder why we can't improve on that. The is it Tucana aircraft that we wanted to buy. Have they been put to use? Are they very effective? These are many questions we need to ask. Can we sustain this quick response? I also want to thank is it in Anambra State now or Imo State? A reverend father was abducted. There was a quick response. I think it's in Imo State. A quick response, and the bandits, the kidnappers, fled and left their vehicle, and the reverend father was rescued. I think we should have such a robust approach, a more robust approach. I want to commend the security agencies for doing that. Then I want to speak to our Fulani leaders, right from the Sultan, who is the leader of the Islamic sect in Nigeria, and who I presume is also a Fulani. We have been living with Fulanis in Nigeria before now. I remember that their Fura Donunu attire and their cap and then the dress that is knitted. A lot of us bought such things and wore them with pride of our nation, that is a tribe in our nation. How come these other fellows, they said they are foreigners, how come the indigenous Fulanis that these people are destroying their reputation have not come together to say, let's expel these people from our country? If it has not come, it might generate it might validate the debate and suspicion of others that there is an intentional Fulanization of this country. But you are only 10% of the population of this country. It will be very difficult for you to achieve. So, the leadership of the Fulanis in this country need to come together and say enough is enough. Our people cannot continue like this. We can't use animal husbandry as an excuse for human husbandry. I want to ask a vital question. The camp where these people were rescued from, the mud houses and the tents, cylindrical mud houses or circular mud houses, were still intact. And I'm sure they are still intact till today. If that had happened in eastern Nigeria or Edo State or Delta State, that a naval personnel was carried or Bayelsa was carried to a place and rescued from that place, that camp will have been leveled and a lot of people will have been deleted. How come we have different standards of operation for people who are kidnapped, different standards of operation for those who are involved? Are we in the same country? Do we have the same rights? Are we governed by the same laws? Or we are in animal farm where all animals are equal, but some are more equal than others? These are questions we need to answer in our generation so that our grandchildren do not ask us those same questions. If Nigeria must work, depends on you and depends on me, depends on from the president down to the man in the streets. Prayer and fasting will change this country. It is we are willing and obedient who will eat the good of this land. It's scriptural. I remain Dr. Charles Apoki. Apoki. I have a webinar coming up on the 18th and on the 19th of April. Send a message to +234 80 21 21 92 62. That webinar promises to be very insightful. There are some people, just the time you are supposed to help them, that's when they get angry and leave, and they walk away from their blessings. Managing provocation in marriage, workplace, and in business. Remember, the number is +234, that's the Nigerian code, 80 21 21 92 62. I have lots of properties for sale, and we have lots of books online. Just go to petrapublications.com